So for some reason we can't go to the parts store without buying stuff that we didn't know we needed. We're gonna keep this in the back of Roxy because, you know, it's not that Roxy is unreliable. It's like, you know, I could be a good Samaritan and help someone else out when their car won't start.
Yeah.
We got the front rotors though for the Audi because she needs a brake job, and Aaron ordered a bunch of parts online but accidentally highlighted these to be picked up locally. So we got them. Let's take them home. Welcome to another episode on Flying Sparks Garage. Today we are going to be working on our little Audi A3 hatchback TDI situation. That is our daily driver, which is a super fun driving little car, and we do drive it. We've put a lot of miles on it since we purchased it a couple years ago, and it's time for brakes. We've got rotors and brake pads, and we are going to be tossing them on this car today. Let's get to it. We don't have anything for you, Finley.
Right here.
Oh yeah, that's the spot. Finley has his Christmas bandana on. It's a little bit messed up right now.
Should work. I think that's the jack point right there. We'll divot. Seems solid. See if we can bend something.
Aaron did his side first and then I did my side second. I just decided to kind of swap out the pieces. Up she goes for the driver's side. So that we sort of were back and forth like a little front brake dance. He did some, I did some, he did some, I did some. But in reality, he did his side and then I did my side. We weren't going back and forth. I just liked the way that edited out better. Aaron is removing the bolts that hold the caliper on. All right. Just need a little compressing, didn't they? That piston was pushing on it.
Funny looking headband you got.
You don't use safety glasses when you're taking lug nuts off. I guess you could. Safety first. I'm gonna go ahead and get OSHA approved. I can take my big bolts out of my caliper. I just have to unplug this thing to be able to access this other one, because it's hanging out right here in front of it. Didn't sound good.
No, it didn't to me either.
Oh, I broke our clip.
Okay.
The wires are still intact, but I was trying to push this in to unplug it, but this piece broke. All right, that one's broken. There we go. I put my screwdriver in this channel right here and was able to compress that piston.
So now I need a Torx bit.
Rotor coming off. Need a hammer?
Guess so. Y'all know where we buy our car parts from, right? Advance Auto.
Look at this before and after. Top is, of course, new parts, bottom is old parts, and look how worn down it is. Dang. Use our coupon code, y'all. You can get 25% off most parts when you use the app or online, and you can always have the parts delivered straight to your local store. So check the description, get the coupon code. 25% off is pretty awesome. Thank you so much to Advance. We love working with y'all. Thanks y'all for supporting them, for supporting us. You're doing great, Aaron.
Appreciate it.
Time for pads. Oh, getting a little CRC brake and caliper grease on here.
Sweet, one side's in. Now for the other side.
So we use this CRC brake and caliper grease because when you use this on your brakes, you are extending the life of your brakes. It helps these pads move freely, and it actually helps your brake pads wear evenly. So it makes sense because when there's friction and if that gets rusty, then one side may not slide quite as well as the other side, and so it could lead to uneven brake pad wear.
Uh-oh. I think I was supposed to do this one first. I'm gonna be good at this. Try this again.
Good job.
Thank you.
Oof. Okay, now that she's clean-ish, I believe it is time to disassemble my caliper, pull the brake pads out in the spring, and replace that stuff. So how do I get this out of here?
That's something you're about to learn. I don't have a clue. I've never had a brake pad with a wire attached.
Because there's not a very big outlet right here for that wire to go through.
We may have to take that caliper apart.
Maybe I jinxed myself when I said disassemble the caliper, because you really don't disassemble anything. You just take the brake pads out, unless there's wiring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We can cut it and put some butt connectors on it.
Yeah. Got it. Jeez. It's just using pressure and pushed this really hard, and this whole clip just totally came undone. Okay. Grease it on it. Watch your eyes, Finley. It's truly a puzzle.
Mm-hmm. Those little clamps that hold it in were my biggest problem.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Now the most fun part of the job. You'll probably get it first try.
You made it go easily for me, see?
There you go. Don't want that getting stuck in there.
He's making sure his lug nuts go in before he tightens that screw. That would be quite revolting to get everything together and try and put the wheel on and boom.
It shouldn't be an issue because this bolt is tapered. It should center it, but you never know. We'll turn it till the second click of the elbow. She'll be done. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This spring just popped out. Now, I say we hit the brakes a couple times, repressurize that, because I think that's why the clip's coming off. This is like overextending, and I don't want that to come off after we get the tire back on it.
That good?
Yeah, tighten it up. All right.
Good job.
They torqued.
Okay, made up some JB weld. We got the plug plugged in and tight. The prongs were unaffected, so we felt confident that putting some JB weld on there, sealing off that clip, and just kind of repairing the plastic on the outside would be good. Whoa. Time to put that tire back on. Time to drop them down and torque them. The fronts are done. Tomorrow we will attack the backs. Time to go make dinner. We'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning to you. Well, I've just moved Zen back out of the shop. Cherry Pie sat outside. She got a little dew on her. She's a little damp this morning, but Zen does not like to sit outside with those open stacks. So I backed her in this time so that we were gonna be able to access the back brakes easier instead of being squeezed up there. And time to get a little bit more done on this here Cherry Pie TDI. Oh, he's so happy that I sat down on the floor. It's like, yes, this is all I ever wanted. He knew what was coming. What size socket do I need here?
So today we're letting Emily
Learn.
I've not looked at it. She's just got to figure it out.
One way or another. Hope she didn't break anything before she figures it out. Okay. I put on my safety glasses, got my headlight. Make sure I'm taking out the right bolts. All right. There's a bolt and a nut, so you have to put your wrench on the nut as you remove the bolt so that the assembly comes apart. One bolt out. Second bolt out. I need to compress that piston. So for some reason I can't find where to pry. I can't get my screwdriver, my pry tool, between the pad and the rotor. So Aaron said if I use the C-clamp and squish this part, then it should compress the piston, so I'm giving that a try. It didn't seem to move and it like bottomed out.
Huh. Put your screwdriver here and pry that way.
This? Okay. Yeah, I was just getting ready to tap it with the hammer.
Don't break the screwdriver. Had that since I was 12 years old.
Oh, that's sweet.
My dad got it for me for Christmas.
What? Why don't we just frame this, babe?
Well, there's a bunch of tools over there like that.
Now I'm afraid to use it. Okay. Dang, dude. Dang, dude.
Ooh, that caliper looks rough.
It kind of does. Look at these pads. They are pitiful.
Oh, give me a break.
What?
A run, shoot. I'll go another 100,000.
Shoot. Shoot. German engineering, baby. Hi, y'all. So I'm not in the shop right now. We're in the parts store. We ran up here because we got our brakes apart and we had these pads, but our pads looked like these. And we were like, this is not right. So we ran back to the parts store and Rick is a boss. Rick just looked up on the computer and he's like, it's probably one of those weird year model deals. He's like 98% of the time when parts are wrong, it's because the car has the year model where they started putting the future components on the car. And that was the case. So we have the proper pads now. Ain't they cute? And we are also confirming that the rotors are accurate because that would be unfortunate to get back home and be like, oh, these are 2011 rotors and we have 2012 brakes. So we're good. We're gonna get everything settled out and back to work soon. Rick also helped us understand that we're gonna need this tool to compress the piston in those rear brakes so that we can get our pads back on and the caliper back over the rotor. So, whew, huge thanks to Rick. Good stuff. Classic example of the more you know. And when you have the proper tools, how much better things are. So, we opened the tool that Rick suggested we get. So smart. One of those rental situations where you buy it and then when you take it back, you get all your money back. So this piece goes onto here. This fits onto our little channel here. Got a couple of little divots. And then these little guys are magnets. So it's really awesome. That clicks onto there, stays put. And then it's the clamp style where we push the piston in, and then our brake pads should be able to click onto here. And then after we replace our rotor, then we can get it all back together. Now let's try it.
So did you explain to the audience what he said?
So we were talking about the fact that we were trying to compress the piston on these rear brakes, and he said, well, some of those are the style that twist. They don't just push in and out, they twist, they're threaded. We were like, oh, that may be why we were having a hard time getting it compressed. And so that's when he said that we needed this special tool.
What size wrench do you think that is?
17 millimeter. We're talking about metric.
Okay, I agree, it's 20. Actually, it looks like a 19 to me, but
It's definitely not a 17. You're right about the 20.
no, it's bigger.
You weren't right. It's a rare moment for you to not be right. It does not want to go clockwise. We need to break one of the hoses loose, or?
Oh, he did say take the cap off the master cylinder, so let's do that.
But is it gonna make a mess?
I don't think it's gonna make a difference, but I'll do it anyways.
Oh my God, it's going now.
You're fighting pressure, so just turn it a little bit and then wait. But I will go open that cap just to make sure.
Okay.
They've even got a wire on the lid.
Oh, it's going in now.
Well, he was right, I guess.
This is working.
I mean, are we just ignorant that we didn't know that this was a thing?
Oh
Or-
yeah, we're dum-dums.
Or have you guys ever seen this?
Well, some people have worked on these kind of cars before, and we
Yeah.
just haven't.
Okay.
Sweetness. Whoopah. Thank you. Sorry I hit you with it. I had to get it back.
So it's Friday,
It is.
and I think I'm gonna go get some beer and let you finish this.
Funny one. No, you're my cameraman. I can't finish this without you.
Okay. All right, I'll stay here.
Woo!
Fair enough.
You married me. You have to do these things. New caliper.
New what?
Rotor. I said rotor. Did
That's
you
what
mishear
said.
me?
I misheard.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It happens.
Yep.
Why am I dumb? There it is. Grease that little bolt up.
Yep. Looks like you greased your hands up while you're operating that wrench.
It's typical. Okay. On to new parts. These fancy ceramic brake pads with racing strips. These are going to be nice.
So where are your old ones? Oh, they look the same, don't they?
They look the same in the right ways and different in the right ways.
I might put a little grease on that rail too.
Well, let's think about that. I didn't want to get any on the rotor accidentally.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure the YouTube experts will correct me on that, but...
Bueno?
It's good to me. Tighten it like your life depends on it.
I feel good about it.
You did it.
I feel good about it. I mean, I didn't torque these down. It said they were supposed to go to 32 Newton meters, I think.
Well, you definitely got it to that.
They're pretty dang tight. I got a mess. Dang. Time to put this tire back on. If you're gonna let me down there gently. I almost said easily, but that's not the right word. Y'all know that song? It's a country song, you know? It's your turn, boy.
Need a headlight.
Okay. You always tell me not to do that.
I know. It's not a good thing to do. Time for a tire.
Dang. Okay, Aaron just put the cap back on. Good job.
Yep.
We can shut the hood and call it good. That rhymed. We're considering that a job done. Hopefully well done, but we won't know until we drive it. I bet the brakes are gonna be a lot nicer. They were getting really grabby, and it's no wonder because dang were they worn out. Huge thanks to Advance Auto and you guys for all your comments, telling us how we could do better or encouraging us and just being awesome. Either way, we love and appreciate y'all watching, subscribing, liking this video, all the good things. And hey, if you found this video because you were learning how to do brakes on your Audi, hit us up below and tell us if you have 2012 brakes on your 2011 Audi too.
And if you're looking for a German car and you're scared about the cost of maintenance, do it yourself.
Yeah. I don't know how
Wasn't that
much
hard?
that would have cost us if we went to the dealership,
Oh,
but
there's no telling.
But really, there's not that many components to replace there, and the job was not difficult. It was just kind of a learning curve and needing the special tools.
And it wasn't that expensive.
True.
I mean, I think the brake pads were $40. You know, the fronts were 40, the back were 40.
The fronts were closer to 60. They were like
Okay.
57 because they had the wiring piece.
Yeah,
they were
and
a little smarter than just typical brake pads, but
I mean, the rotors were probably $50 a piece. So, I mean, really not that bad
no,
to get to drive a nice car.
it's true. And this is a great car. We
So go do
love this little car. Okay, we love you guys, and we will see y'all on the next episode.